If you don't recognize me, I'm Charlie Brown, and I have just had the football pulled away. In reality, my name is Chris Ratledge, and I'm a freelance camera assistant and digital imaging technician in the film industry.
You know, I just became a resident of Michigan about a month ago, and it's only been a couple of days since the announced budget cuts to the film incentive program. And all over the internet I'm hearing everybody talking about how you can't trust it, there's no way we can move forward with it, we're just going to plan on shooting somewhere else. And then there's a lot of people that are like, I don't know what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to move. And I think that may be what happens to me. I mean, I may not even benefit from these things, having only been here, a month.
I grew up in Indiana, and I like Indiana, but I like the Midwest. I lived in New York City when I was in my early 20s. New York City is not for me. I have a wife and a child now, and I know that New York City or Los Angeles, which I've worked in, they're not for me. And I don't think I should have to automatically choose that if I want to be in the film industry, I have to work in LA or New York and dedicate myself to those places. Years ago, I was involved with trying to get Indiana, before Michigan came on with their tax incentives. We were trying to get Indiana to have a best in the country tax incentive package. And it was that same old, if it doesn't have a smokestack, mentality, then it doesn't mean anything economically. And this is from a state that's basically known as a racetrack with cornfields around it. There are over 30 some states right now, off the top of my head, all offering some sort of film incentive. Indiana has some, but they're just terrible. Michigan is going to be put right down into the thick of the ankle waders in the film industry. I'm going to end up leaving the state. I don't have the money or the time to go back to college to try to get a job, especially when all I hear on the news is all these college graduates who can't get a job. It's sad that something that has so much of a ripple effect on so many different people and so many different aspects of any given local economy doesn't really get the chance to prove itself over time. But the people that are going to really get hurt, firstly, are people like me, the freelance crew people. We're just going to get boned. It's going to be absolutely devastating to lose this incentive package. There needs to be some tweaking of this legislation in order to have it benefit more local crew base directly, because there's still a large amount of key production crew personnel that tend to be brought in from out of state, even if it doesn't give them more money back on the production. It's worth them to have that peace of mind of their favorite key grip or their favorite first AC or camera operator working with them on the film on location in Michigan coming out from LA or New York. And while I respect that and those relationships that those people have, it doesn't benefit those local crew people as much as it could. So that's one thing that I'd like to see change. I'm literally losing sleep over this whole thing. I start reading the news and searching the web for information about the latest happenings on this thing, and I literally can't go to sleep because I'm so worried about what this means for me and for my family.